Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here, as you guys can see up on the screen. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about Mullen Automotive Incorporated, and the reason we're talking about this one today, of course, we always talk about it. This is ticker symbol MULN, but today was an insane day. Up 44.9%. What the heck is going on? This is the stock that has been beaten down for the past, going on 6 months now. It's almost June. Down 75.9% year to date. Again, there's been some ups, and from the 52-week lows of 52 cents, having a crazy run up there, but then coming right back down. But yeah, 2022 hasn't been a good year for Mullen. And now out of nowhere, they're up 45% today. Got to be something pretty crazy going on. Got to be something we definitely need to talk about. When we look at the rest of the broader market today as well, that's where it gets kind of interesting. Dow Jones down 0.67%, S&P down 0.63%, NASDAQ down 0.41%, and the Russell down over 1.25%. And the fact that Mullen is still up this big, man, what if the market would have had a good day today? What if the market would have been massively green today? What could the peak of Mullen potentially been? I mean, this is absolutely insane. So getting into the big news of the day, it is this. Mullen Automotive skyrockets as solid-state polymer battery testing exceeds expectations. Now, this is something we had known was coming for a while. We didn't know exactly what the date was. I think we heard that it was going to be in quarter two, which, would mean we're getting the news very, very soon, May, June, whenever. And finally, this news dropping, and obviously the market kind of reacting accordingly to that. This is from YahooFinance.com. As you can see, Mullen Automotive has put forth the results of its solid-state polymer battery testing with the Battery Innovation Center, BIC, in Indiana. The battery has performed exceptionally well, and I'm pleased with the results from BIC in Indiana, says David Mishry, the CEO and chairman of Mullen. Testing results from BIC show the solid-state polymer cell rated at 300 AH and 3.7 volts, tested at 343.28 AH and 4.2 volts. Again, this is exceeding what their ratings are and is in line with test tolerance from previous EV grid test results. The data supports solid-state polymer battery cell technology when scaled to the vehicle pack level, and at 150 kilowatt hour equivalent can deliver over 600 miles of range on a full charge for the Mullen 5 EV crossover. The company plans to continue to test additional parameters to characterize the overall capabilities and performance. And then, of course, the price action we saw today, which was Mullen shares are trading higher by 37.5% at $1.33 on the last check Tuesday. And obviously, things have even gotten crazier since then. We're now, at the time I'm recording this, we're trading it right around $1.41. We closed at $1.40. This was after a previous close yesterday at below $1 at 97 cents. So obviously, this is about best case scenario. People have been waiting for these battery test results because there's been a lot of confusion, a lot of negativity and stuff going on surrounding a lot of this stuff where people are saying, hey, are Mullen's batteries really as good as they're claiming? A lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. The amount of money they're putting into R&D, the claims they're making seem really crazy. They seem kind of outlandish and all this stuff. So partnering up with a company to actually run some tests and get some things done is a huge step. And obviously, like I said, the market has reacted. But we do have to keep in mind, yes, up 45% is an insane day. Getting up to $1.40 seems crazy after closing at 97 cents yesterday. But still, year to date, we're still very, very, very down. And even from where we were, a month and a half ago, being at 266, the market is still kind of keeping their expectations tempered with the market as a whole, but also with Mullen in general. The hype at Mullen right now isn't where it was in January. This isn't where it was, last year when this thing was $15. I thought it was $25, but it was $15.90. So kind of keeping that in mind as well. There are still some questions. People do still want to see production from Mullen. People do want to see how the cars are actually going to perform, how batteries are going to perform once they're actually in vehicles, and how they're going to produce, what the quality level is going to be like, that kind of thing. But obviously, this was a great first step. And this has people talking about, what's coming next. They say, hey, we're ready for the Fortune 500 and van news now, and then we bust. So, waiting for that Fortune 500 news. Who's that company going to be? What's the deal going to be like? What are the implications or whatever the outcomes for Mullen? How much money are they going to be making over how many years? What's the potential of this? And that could make the stock explode again. There's some people saying, hey, once we get this news, where's Mullen going to go? Is this thing shooting up to $2, $3, $5? Are we on the road back to 10, 15, 20? Who knows? knows? But yeah, I don't know. But obviously this was a very, very interesting and exciting day. But yeah, we heard, I think last week that they said the Fortune 500 company isn't letting them release this information yet. They don't know when they're going to be able to talk about it yet, but they have a big deal coming with a company that they said might be a little bit surprising to a lot of people. So we'll have to wait and see there, because people investing, Mullen shareholders, Mullen investors, they've been asking for the past couple of weeks, past couple of months for like, hey, the stock is going down and down and down and down, and hype's kind of dying. And hey, can you give us some good news? Can you guys put out some stuff? Can you guys, speak to some of these things? And obviously, Mullen finally been able to do some of that stuff is awesome, and it's making the stock price explode, and that's making people want more and more and more and more, because they see that good news has 45% upward movement in a single day potential. That's kind of crazy, because in the market right now, the meme is like, hey, bad news kills you, and even good news sends you down too. And the fact that Mullen is showing that, yeah, some good news can still have a really, really positive impact on the stock, I think is really, really cool and exciting, but it's also going to make people want more and more. So hopefully some more stories are still coming out. We also had this VTSM index fund increasing their position by 715%. This is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund. Apparently, kind of getting a little increase, some extra exposure to Mullen there. That's always a good thing. Obviously, when index funds are buying shares, they're going to be hanging on to those. Generally, at least kind of is taking some of the supply off the market. And it also shows that there are some other people with some belief in the company. And I think that's overall usually a good sign. People like to see this thing. Now, that doesn't mean you can't get removed, doesn't mean you can't be sold out and all that stuff, but, for now, I think it is definitely a good sign. I thought this was a funny meme. Mullen capitalizing on Russian oil, and the meme is obviously oil climbing past all-time highs, and they're saying, hey, where we're going, we don't need oil. It's super, super funny, because obviously talking about EVs and stuff, but also just kind of funny how they're having a price explosion today, and they're, going to the stratosphere and all this stuff. So I did think this was funny. And then we do have this as well, the fact that David Mystery is going to be going on Todd Olt's, I don't know who this guy is, podcast tomorrow to talk about the battery announcement and more. And this guy tweeted out, Milton Todd Olt III tweeted out, the CEO of Mullen will be on the Risk On Live podcast tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Join us to discuss today's announcement of battery technology testing and more. And this will be really, really cool. Again, I don't know necessarily who this guy is, but the fact that David Mystery is doing any kind of media is a really, really cool thing. I think that's a good sign that he's getting out, talking to people, and doing stuff for the community. Super cool. But also, what's he going to say in this thing? Is he going to say stuff that is more good news? Is he going to be dropping more hints towards stuff? Is he going to have more positive things to say? Is what he says going to send the stock price higher in the short term, or is it just going to be cool little tidbits that a lot of people have been waiting for? I'm not necessarily expecting a big crazy announcement or anything like that, but even if he just drops us some little nuggets and stuff like that, I think that'll be really, really cool overall. Hopefully that guy gets good viewership and all that stuff, but this is kind of the next thing to watch out for. I'm definitely going to try and check in and see if anything big comes out of this little podcast. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Muln. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.